Some people have suggested that some of my videos should have intro music, and I'd just like to say no, because they're maths videos. It's not music. When you go music, you learn music. I just like the plain paper approach, as you can probably tell. But today, we're looking at volume of a cone. See the formula that I've placed up there, and I've drawn a little picture. So you can, of course, put this onto your formula sheet as well. We're just going to go very quickly through the formula. We should probably start with a V equals that. So it's 1/3 times pi times your radius. Don't forget to square it. And then, of course, our height. So I've given us two problems here today. A little bit different from our paired problem system because I picked these two problems for a very specific reason. Hopefully, if you've watched the last video, you'll be seeing exactly why I've picked these two problems. So we have a look. This one here and this one here. Well, if we look at the length of the line, this one has a radius, whereas our other problem, yep, hopefully you're saying along with me, has a diameter. And I told you last lesson when we were looking at cylinders that maths teachers love to put in this kind of trickiness here. Absolutely love it. So what we need to do is remember that diameter is 2 radii or 2 radiuses. So we just need to half this particular number. We're going to take this 4 and we're going to half it because if there's 2 diameters, we half that, we'll know how, sorry, there's 2 radiuses in a diameter, we half that number, we'll know how long a radius is. So I'm just going to draw in a new thing here, give it a little length, and I'm going to go 2 centimetres, which I got from 4 divided by 2. You'll notice here that the height of this particular cone is 7 centimetres. So I'm going to put a H next to this, and I'm going to put an R down the bottom here. So I know when I come back and have a look at this, and sometimes I must admit, I usually just cross out this diameter. I don't need it in this particular question. But when I crossed it out, notice I didn't just like completely obliterate it. I need to be able to see it again if I need to use it later on in some aspect in this question. So I always start off by writing my formula. Now you notice I put times's in here, but we know enough linear algebra by now to realise that I can actually get rid of those particular letters, or particular symbols anyway. So it's going to be a third. Now I like to use 3.14, but some people like to use the pi button, up to you. And then of course my radius, which is 2 centimetres. And then once again, remember, do not forget to square. Many kids are, and that's affecting, of course, their results. And our heights, of course, is 7. So, as I said, I'm going to get my calculator out. So, remember, 1 divided by 3 is going to give us that third, times 3.14 times 2 squared times 7. And press my answer. I get 29.3, so I'm just going to go with that. Then, once again, I'm going to do the whole thing again. 1 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 2 squared times 7. Now the reason I did it again is just to check if that's the answer I got. I did. And of course, don't forget our units, which are centimetres cubed. So going back through it, I realised I had a diameter, so I had to half that to get a radius. I then just simply put in the values that I had into the formula, remembering to square it. And then, of course, I checked my answer. I did it twice just to make sure that I hadn't made a silly calculator mistake. So we have a look at this one. I'm going to give you a chance to have a go at this, and then I'm going to come back to you. So pause it now, and then I'll come back and I'll do the answer. Okay, I'm back. No music, of course, because, as I said, we don't do that here. So write down my formula. A third pi r squared h. So volume is equal to a third times pi, 3.14, times my radius, which is in this case 10, and don't forget to square it, and then my height, which is 19. So once again, I'm just going to quickly grab the calculator. You can probably hear me dulcetly tapping away the keys. I suppose you could call that music if you wanted to. So volume is 1,988.66. I'm going to round that to 67 because it's 0.6 reoccurring. And once again, as I always do, I'm very quickly going to re-put that into my calculator just to make sure that my sausage fingers have not given me the wrong answer. Yep, I've checked it and it is fine. Okay, so quick video today because, of course, we're just looking at one single shape, volume of a cone. The next one would be volume of a sphere, and then followed up with the volume of the two different pyramids that we've got. If you are looking at your volume unit booklet here, we were working on, whoop, I've gone way too fast, sorry. We will be working on these questions for this particular lesson. Notice that some of them have shapes, some of them don't. Feel free to draw the shapes in this place. I probably would. And yeah, that's your work for today. Get on to it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.